We know you've had to cancel your trips and aren't allowed to travel the globe, but we're here with some good news. You can now go snack packing through Europe, courtesy of your friends at YTD. Today we head overseas to Romania, Croatia, and the Ukraine to see which offering will tempt our taste buds and take home the crown. You tried it. You tried that. We're headed out east. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
What up?
All right, guys. It's the part of the world we have not tried many snacks from.
No.
So I'm anxious to go. Geiger, you obtained these, but you got them from locally, right?
No, I braved COVID and flew to Russia. And no, I'm kidding. I don't even think these snacks are Russian. I went to.
They're not. We just heard they weren't in the intro.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was paying attention. And bought them and told you where they were from. There's a local like grocery store near me that's called like Harvest Fresh Market. It's like a European grocery store, so they've got like different types of snacks and food and meat and all that kind of stuff. So I've been there a few times and I've been looking for like different cuts of meat. And I thought we would try it to get some different cuts of snack.
Actually, so speaking of different cuts of snack, I had a question, and maybe we've talked about this on the podcast before, but I just was something I was thinking about this week. Wanted to get your guys' thoughts on. Here's my ranking. See how you guys feel about this. Agree or disagree. Starting at the top: egg, heart, tree, pumpkin. First, do you know what I'm talking about? Second, what's your ranking?
Of course,
you
we
know what you're talking about. You dedicated your life's work.
You're talking about Reese's half the time you talk, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Eggs,
I was
heart,
thinking about
tree,
that
pumpkin.
eating some pumpkins this week. Yeah.
Egg, heart, tree, pumpkin.
Yeah, I was
No,
thinking
don't
about it
think
because I was
that's
eating the
right.
pumpkin, and I was like, the pumpkin's good, but it's definitely the worst of the four.
What makes it the worst?
The shape. It's just not an ideal shape.
It's really close to the egg.
I was gonna say I'm confused.
That little notch just throws everything off, I think.
I think heart is worse because I think there. I guess I haven't looked on the like ounces for each one, but I feel like there's less to the heart. Maybe I'm just imagining that.
I would think there's less to the tree because it's more like cut in. Like the egg seems best to me only because I would guess there's the most peanut butter in the egg, but I could be wrong.
I think if you saw tree again, you would realize it looks nothing like tree.
Oh, really? It doesn't have like defined fir branches and
There's no leaves.
like a nest or anything. No.
So, okay, so then outside of Reese's, how would you rate them for eating? I'm going to go egg, then pumpkin, then tree, then heart, probably last.
Tree heart is at least meat. You gonna eat a tree?
Yeah, but
You
I mean,
rather
like,
eat heart.
You can eat chicken hearts and stuff. Yeah.
no, this is a human heart, Geiger.
Oh.
Yeah. Human heart. That's what a Reese's cup is based on, a human
Yeah,
heart.
it looks exactly like a human heart. It looks as much like a human heart as the tree looks like a tree. It's got ventricles and everything. It beats.
So when you eat a tree, you're eating like a branch, or just the leaves, or like the sap from the tree? Does that count, or is it just bark that I have to eat?
You don't know how. Well, look at that. I'm telling you how to eat a tree. Eat it however you want to eat it. You want to lick a pine cone? Go for it. I don't care. Floss with the pine needles.
Licking
you
a
do
pine
you,
cone
buddy.
is eating a tree?
Yeah, that's right.
Seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. I still might eat a human heart. I mean, it's like meat at least. I guess I'd have to eat a tree over a human being.
Yeah, why do you eat a human heart? What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't want to, but I want to eat a tree. Or I'll rip my ass.
Halloween episode anymore. Talk about eating human hearts.
Okay, and now here's the twist. All of them, you have to get them from like the source, right? So the egg, you have to rip it out of the chicken. The heart, rip it out of a
It's coming out
person.
anyway. Why am I
That's what
ripping?
you
Why
call
is it
getting
ripping
it
the
from
egg
the
out?
source? It's not going to be an egg yet until it comes out. I'm pretty sure. That's how it works.
I mean, there's a shell. It's not like the shell forms as it leaves the
Yeah.
What's the
Chicken ass.
opening. I don't know what. What's it called?
Opening. It's their butthole, right? I mean, that's where.
Chicken
I
asshole.
don't know. Wait, does
Yeah.
the egg come out their butt? I really don't
Okay,
know.
Oh no, it probably comes out the chicken vagina, right? Because
What is the opening that eggs come out
Wow, this is a
Wow.
set.
really could have
Cloaca.
pre-planned this?
Cloaca?
It's
the
called a
cloaca?
cloaca.
Oh.
It's called a cloaca.
Oh.
Reese's cloaca.
So it's not a. So it is not a chicken vag. Then is that what you're saying?
No,
Okay.
it's a cloaca.
I knew that.
I'd eat the
All
Reese's
right.
cloaca.
I'd do that before ripping someone's heart out, which is, I
Yeah.
assume, what getting it from the source means.
All right, great. We settled that.
Okay,
Boy.
so children on leashes. It's a hot
Really?
topic of the day.
Scraping the
smooth.
bottom of the old COVID, nothing's going on barrel here.
All right, Chad, take it away.
Well, okay. I mean, it's just something I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on children, well, specifically like toddlers on leashes. And just to give the quick background on the situation, we have a nanny that we share with another family, and it's great. We love the nanny. Other family's fantastic. Their other kid's super sweet, etc. Now their kid is a little more on the go than my daughter is. My daughter kind of generally she likes to stick by us, hold our hand, that kind of thing. And when we sort of like been really working to try to like, hey, when we're out walking on the sidewalk, like hold our hand and stuff, prevent her from like darting into the street, that kind of thing. And it helps that she's kind of low key kid in that way. So the other family purchased a pair of leashes, and the reasoning was because if the kids are out at the park, there's a fear that like one of them's going to dart one way, the other one's going to dart the other way, right? And like the nanny can't get both of them. So there, and I pictured when they said that they were going to do this that it was like a harness that you attach to the kid or something like that, but it's actually just something that goes around their wrist, so that you could like, I don't know, play a game of crack the whip with them or something. But so I don't know, how do you guys feel about that? Because we're sort of like pushing back a little bit, like, oh, we kind of we don't want to like leash our daughter just yet. We don't necessarily feel like she needs it at the time, but I don't know. Did you guys have leashes for your kids? How do you feel about this?
We did not. I certainly with one, I think that's just sheer laziness. I was thinking about this because you mentioned this before. The way that I think I'd be okay with it if I was like the John and Kate plus 8 person, and I had to take my kids somewhere and they were just running everywhere. It's physically impossible for me to keep track of them. I would just have them
Right.
like, I would just look like this octopus with like these lines hanging off me with kids flying all in circles and stuff. Because I would have just completely given up. But I think with like one or two children, I would not. I guess I don't have a huge problem with it because they're protecting their kids. They are taking some safety measure instead of just letting their kids like run wild, which I see a lot more and bothers me quite a bit more than that. So
Right.
So I would say I don't think it's terrible, but I wouldn't do it.
Geiger.
Yeah, we never did that, and we wouldn't. But again, I think, like Novak said, we only had 2 kids at most, and it's also like where you are. Like if you're like around us, you still gotta be careful. It's still like busy streets and stuff, but it's not like you're in the middle of a busy city, and
Right.
I could see like maybe it's harder to manage. I do think it is strange putting them on a leash, like especially like for you guys to have put your daughter on one. Where literally it's 2 of you and one little kid. Like just pay attention to the kid, right? And it also
Right.
from a training standpoint, you want to teach them to stay by you and pay attention, right? Whereas like not just physically restrain them from making a mistake. And B, I would always be worried that like I wouldn't be paying attention and she just ran out and then I like yanked her back and she like I choked her, like threw her on the ground with the
Yeah, that's
leash
kind of
or
our
whatever.
concern, right? Like sort of ripping her shoulder out of her socket or something like that.
Well, I'm just saying what we did do instead of a leash, we put an electric fence and made her wear one of those collars that shocked my daughter when she tried to leave the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, that's probably
because
good.
that teaches them, right? Like it teaches them don't
I
ever
think
leave.
the reason we ended up needing to put a collar and fence in place was one time we just let the kids run, and then I found her just elbow deep in some chicken's cloaca. And I was like, I can't. Trying to get eggs straight from the source.
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll get them from the store. It's fine.
Yeah, I'd be more okay with it if the leash, instead of wrapping around her wrist, if it just wrapped directly around her heart, so that when you had to jerk it back, you got some, fresh heart out of the deal at least, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So we need to burn the leash then. Is what you're telling me?
You have to burn it?
Yeah, burn it so that it can't be used.
Is that the only
Or-
way to prevent its use is to burn it?
We either got to burn the leash or
Toss
burn the
it at
nanny.
it.
Something's burning. One of the two.
Well, when you guys are done with your furniture, you just light it on fire and set it on the front porch? Or what? There's no sort of
that's
garbage pickup system where you are?
Oh, my favorite thing is after I make scrambled eggs in the breakfast, just roast a bunch of chicken cloacas and it's good to go.
Well, you got some top-notch parenting advice, which we don't normally hand out on here. So
Reclassify this as a parenting pod.
right. Let's eat some snacks. We are rating 3 snacks on a 5-point scale. I love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. And let's start it off with the fruit, the Bananko Original. So this is the one from Croatia, I believe.
Yes.
And it's called Bananko. It's a Bananko Original. It has a little logo of a monkey. And it's 30 grams of exclamation mark.
Yeah, all of the ingredients all the ingredients are not in. There is some English.
It looks like, so it almost has the feel of like a marshmallow, like Santa Claus or something. The top is mushy, and it's like candy bar length, but it has a curved banana shape to it, a flat bottom, and smells very banana-ish.
Coated in chocolate. I don't know what this smells. This has a really strong smell. Is that banana?
Ooh, it tastes. Wait till you taste it.
Oh boy.
It's not bad. It's just weird.
I love bananas, and I really like chocolate-covered bananas too. I think that's one of the great combos. I cannot tell this. It is very mushy. It's like marshmallow in the middle, but has a very strong artificial banana taste.
Is there something crispy on the bottom? Like there's a little grittiness in there somehow.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm getting like some crystallization or something in the mouthfeel.
Where do you guys?
Really fun.
Novak, you love bananas, right? I can't remember our fruit more.
Love them.
Me too.
1 or 2 bananas a day.
Top fruit.
One of the few fruits I'm not allergic to, so I should eat more of them. Maybe I'll just eat these instead.
Bananas actually, as an actual food comment, which we rarely make, one of the top things I'm gonna have additives to ice cream, like a sundae or something. Bananas is probably my top one, even before whipped cream or chocolate or anything. I love bananas with ice cream.
But does that it has to be a certain flavor of it. It's not, you're not going to add it to like chocolate or mint chocolate chip.
Yeah, well, not mint chocolate chip because I wouldn't eat that shit to begin with. But like, let's say I just had like sometimes we'll just get Neapolitan or something. I'll just chop a banana up and throw it in there. It's great.
How do you feel about banana in like cereal, like in a bowl of Cheerios or something?
I'm not against that. I don't do it. I don't think to do that, but I think that's pretty good too.
I like bananas in pancakes. Chop them up, throw them in the pancake batter. Good shit.
What about stuffed in a turkey?
Could go with that.
What about stuffed in a cloaca? All right, so Geiger, you're up first.
I'm always leery of banana flavored candy and stuff, or like banana popsicles or banana whatever, because it usually tastes like shit. I think I'm probably going to be alone on this, but I do think this is better than a lot of the, like, I didn't hate this like I thought I would. There is something, I wish there wasn't the whatever is in there that's crispy. That threw me off. Just be a
I
marshmallow bar.
don't think that's intentional.
Marshmallow bar. You don't think so?
I think it is. I think that's what makes the bottom of it harder.
How could it not be that all three
To
of ours
just
are
touch
like
the
that?
top of it is soft, and if you try to push your finger to the bottom, you can tell it's harder. So there's something down there.
Yeah.
All right.
But easily convinced. I think if it had, I wish it was all one consistency. But I actually don't think it tasted that bad. Spoiler alert: I ate the whole thing.
Wow.
I will give it.
Do it.
I'm gonna give it a low level like that. I know I'm gonna be the only one, but I
Oh.
don't mind it. The aftertaste, I will say, is not great. I'm not sure if that's because I'm trying to wash it down with a Coors Light. But
classically pairs with bananas.
don't you like to chop up bananas and put them in your Coors Light?
You put them in the top like a Corona and a lime.
All right.
On the rim of the glass.
I like that to start. Chad, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah, I figured this was coming.
hard disagree. So this tastes to me, there's barely any banana there. Like you maybe get a little hint of it at the end, but for the most part, it just tastes like a marshmallow with chocolate, but it's very bad chocolate, and it is a foul marshmallow. And Geiger really highlighted it there with the aftertaste. This aftertaste is terrible. And I'm drinking some super strong tea right now, and I cannot wash it out of my mouth. For that reason, this is getting a hate dat. I think it's awful.
Wow.
Wow.
I like and I hate.
Running the gamut.
I really wanted to like this. I badly wanted to like it because
Me too.
It's different than anything I've had before. It's different than anything we have in the United States. But the texture's not great. The aftertaste is bad, like you said. The banana flavor is that of like a banana Laffy Taffy, where some scientists spent a long time putting chemicals together and finally found some that like resembled a banana.
Some Ukrainian chemist in a lab with a boiling cauldron was like, I was gonna do an accent, and I don't know what the accent is. You got it. Hey, you.
I'm in a lab.
Yet.
Check out my Bunsen
Bananko.
burner. That's Ukrainian.
Who is that creep? Yeah.
I'm the Ukrainian scientist.
Your Ukrainian accent is just naming where you are at a given time.
I'm in a lab. I have a coat.
Ergo, I am Ukrainian.
I am holding a graduated cylinder. There you go.
We ready?
Yeah.
I am ready for the next snack.
Anything else? Any other
Quit beating around the bush and give us your fucking
science
rating.
equipment?
It's taking so long.
Mortar and pestle? Anybody? All right.
Microscopes!
It's slowly turning into Wario. Wario is a Ukrainian scientist. It's part of his backstory they don't talk about very often. Wait, was that simultaneous cloaca jokes?
Yeah.
Chad and I are basically just making the same joke every week somehow.
Okay, dislike that. A hate, a dislike, and a like all over the board for Bananko. But there's no guarantee with the snacks that are to come because we don't know anything about them. So let's switch gears and move to the Viva Chips. A big old bag of Viva Chips that Geiger sent us. And it's pizza style. And besides that, not a lot of English on the bag besides the words pizza style and new.
European food, says on the back.
It does say that.
So these are, when you look at them, they're shaped like a bugle kind of, but larger, like a plus size bugle. I don't know how else to describe them. They are
a plus size bugle. A BBBW.
Big beautiful bugle.
A big, beautiful bugle woman.
Breakfast waffle. I mean, it's a...
As soon as I said woman, I'm like, I should have said wah.
Big beautiful bugle. Wah! BBBW.
Ooh, so it says pizza style, but I'm not sure what the fuck pizza tastes like. And wait, where's this from?
Romania.
Romania.
This one is from Romania. Yeah, this is some odd flavored pizza. They're not bad, but it's not pizza flavor.
It's a little spicy. I will say the texture is nice, right? It's sort of like hollow on the inside, but it has a good crunch.
Yeah.
And then it kind of like melts away in your mouth once you start chewing it, which is nice.
I'm trying to think of what else that texture reminds me of. I can't think of anything quite like it.
I mean, it's not exactly this, but it is kind of like a Cheetos-ish sort of texture, right? Where it's like a little light and puffy. And
yeah,
then...
like a cheese puff, more closer to a puff.
Yeah,
more,
yeah, cheese puff kind of thing.
Kind of also reminds me of like a Funyun a little bit. Or like a Funyun or like do you guys ever have those Munchos or whatever? That's just kind of like, they're kind of like that.
Right. All right, Chad, you're first.
Well, I mean, I think it says pizza style. Maybe that's just the shape, because it is shaped like a slice of pizza, sort of.
If you look at the pizza on the front of the bag, it'll indicate that they have no idea what pizza is, because it's just
olive and sun-dried tomato.
like a piece of bread with like with vegetables laying on top. Like, just...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like there are like a whole bunch of leaves all over that pizza.
It's basil. Yeah, it's like whole leaves of basil, giant mushroom tomatoes. Just like it's like someone made a pizza and at the end just sprinkled on.
They're just like full fucking tomatoes, not like where they're like cooked into the cheese a little bit, just laid on top.
This is pizza straight from the source. It's just like a tree pizza. Okay, so I like the texture. I like the shape. They're kind of fun to eat. So that's all great. I don't like the flavor. And I think they're too spicy for me. I gave up after like 4 or so. I think you guys are probably going to like them a little bit more than me. I think these could really work in a different flavor. I would be interested in trying some different Viva Chips flavors. But this pizza one doesn't work for me. Where am I going to land? I think I just got to stick with an indifferent to that. They're just there. I just wish they weren't. I wish they were a different flavor.
Okay. I do like them a little bit more than you. The texture is good, like we talked about. I tend to like pizza flavor. I don't know. I wouldn't have guessed that, but I really liked the pizza Pringles. And I kind of like these, even though we just agreed they don't taste like pizza.
Yeah, they don't taste like pizza Pringles either.
They don't taste like pizza, but they do taste like what that picture. Like whatever that picture
They
is.
taste like olives and leaves.
They taste like bruschetta, apparently.
But I do keep eating them. Oh my goodness!
Sorry, I couldn't hit mute in time.
I'm
dying.
So it's all those bananas floating in your Coors Light you just washed down. I do like them. I'm gonna give them a like that. I think they're pretty good. I keep eating them. I'll probably eat some more. Geiger?
I am torn. I was having a hard time, like Chad was, with where to land.
Mr. Chip.
Yeah, I know. I like the texture. I like how they're light. I feel like like you don't. It's not like you're eating this. I know they're not healthy, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like they're like lighter and less greasy than chips. I liked the flavor until like the 5th or 6th one, and then I was like, "This is too much." Like the flavor quickly got old. I don't think the flavor is bad. It's just not one I can eat a lot of. This is like the definition of once you pop, you can stop. You need to stop after like 6, which maybe is a good thing. I don't need to eat a whole bag of chips every time I sit down, but I would like it a little bit better. I think, like Chad said, if we were trying like a different flavor. This flavor is definitely different. It's definitely different than I've ever tasted. And like I said, I like it okay. I just don't love it. So I am probably going to split the difference and just give it an indifferent. like a high level indifferent. I do like them and I will continue eating them, but I just can't eat more than like a handful in a sitting.
Okay, a like to indifference. Not so bad. Not so bad of a rating for the Viva Chips. So it is segment time. We're getting close to the holidays. We're into December now. So people aren't going to be able to.
We are into December.
Yes, we are.
Right
now.
December now.
As we
Very December.
Oh man.
People are.
Can you guys believe all those things that happened in November? They were nuts.
Yeah.
All of the events.
The whole month, we know about the entire month of November right now.
That election came to a close, or maybe it even has not.
I think maybe. We hope.
So people are not going to get to see their families and stuff. So much of their encounters may just be with people they see out on the street, people they pass on the road. And some of those may become very important to them. That's why today we are returning to a segment nobody wanted to return to, Craigslist Misconnections.
Or garage sales?
Yeah. It's the sequel nobody wanted to be made, and it is here. So I'm going to read a misconnection that two human beings had. An example. This one, we're not doing this, but an example of a very basic one says, I saw you at Big Lots. You were tall like me. You were in the furniture section. I was wearing gray shorts and a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Tour 2017 shirt. Hope you see this and remember me. All right, so that's something
inexplicable.
Maybe that person will remember it.
Yeah.
I go to Big Lots all the time, and I don't remember seeing that person.
Fake news. So the rating, of course, is going to be the same as last time, even though it generally does not apply, of romance or no chance. Those are your choices. Will this end in romance, or will there be no chance? Okay,
Right.
So you guys will rate each of them on what you think. There are 7 of them to go through.
Oh boy.
And they're going to get increasingly more romantic, I think, as we go. Okay, so the first
that's
one.
Romance.
So there is a store. Now these are from all over the country. I did look in many different misconnections, but this one was from near me, and there is a store called Woodman's, right? And so this is titled Asian Woman at Woodsman. So he named the store wrong. Asian Woman at Woodsman.
Okay.
Hello, you sold me beer, and I would like to get to know you. Period.
That's it?
That's it. Now, Geiger, I'll start you with, because you may be an expert. You grew up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And generally you fall in love with anyone who's selling you beer, right? Isn't that?
Okay, look, he's got 2 good chances here. A, yes, that's a quality reason to love someone because they gave you beer. B, if it's now, you said it's the one by you, right? Not the Wisconsin one?
It could be in Wisconsin, I remember.
Okay, because if it's in Wisconsin, chances are he knows the person because there's probably only like one Asian person. It's pretty homogenous in Wisconsin. So it's like, oh, you're like, there's probably a bunch of people in Wisconsin listening around like, oh yeah, her. Yeah, no, I'll hook them up together. She sells everyone beer.
So you think there's a good chance of romance?
Yes, literally within 5 minutes, you could probably Google her. Asian woman in Wisconsin.
Asian woman in Wisconsin.
Single
Susan
Asian
Jones. Here she is. Chad, what do you think? Could this be romantic?
I think no chance. I think you needed a little bit more details there. What kind of beer did you buy? 6-pack, a whole case, that kind of thing. And like, what time of day did you buy it? Where were you? How were you carrying it? In your hand or in a bag? Like, you need these kind of specifics if you're actually going to jog someone's memory in an appropriate way.
That's true.
Yeah. If you're in Wisconsin and you
really logical.
If you're in Wisconsin and you specify that you're the one that bought the 6-pack of Miller Lite, you're really gonna stand out. They're gonna know exactly who you meant.
Okay, so if you want more specific, this next one might be up your alley.
Oh,
Great.
The title is "You Were Walking Behind Us." All right. Looking for the girl walking behind earlier. You had blonde hair. There was also 2 other girls around. That's it.
Does it at least give like a location? Or no?
Remember me? You walked behind me.
How
right,
could you
Chad.
not remember this dumper?
What do you think, Chad? Do you got any chance?
I mean, I think there's a pretty good chance because what
You do, huh?
yeah, what you didn't say is that this one is from the Asian misconnections, and there's only one blonde person over there. So,
Geiger?
Yeah, it's from Asia, and it's from Beijing, where there wasn't just 1 or 2 people next to you. There was 1 million people walking next to you. Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with Chad. I think,
how dare you?
well, there's one key detail he could have added that would have made it would have helped him out a lot. I'm assuming it's a him, and that is I was the guy you were walking behind who kept craning his neck behind him to see if you were still looking at him, because I don't know how we knew what you looked like from behind.
He's just like bent straight over at the waist, like staring at her through his legs. Not weird at all.
Yes, if he can do that, he doesn't need a woman. Yeah, so I think I'll let you sit on that one. But that's right. That's their only use. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that's pretty hard. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's gonna be hard to narrow down. That's what I feel.
All right, I got another one for you, though. This one could be better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This one's called Looking for Grandpa. All right.
Oh God. Yeah.
Looking for a grandpa to hang out with and do fun activities. Looking for tomorrow morning, if possible. This guy needs a fucking grandpa right away.
Urgent grandpa need. Wait, so is he? So wait, like did they have no locations? There's like,
Well, yeah, I think there was town names listed after them, but
I guess like there's grandpas everywhere though.
I mean, where's he live? Because I mean, there's a bigger grandpa ratio if he's
like down in Florida. You have
or...
a pick of grandpas. Yeah.
The best part is that he needs one by tomorrow morning. He's just like, holy shit, this is bring your grandparents to work day. I fucking need to find a grandpa.
Quick, I need someone to have a child, age that child up at least 20 years, have another child, and then meet me tomorrow morning. Get on that.
Does this guy have like a pre-written alibi where he's already committed a murder and needs to prove he was with he told the cops he was with his grandpa? Like, this makes no sense.
So, Geiger, I guess you fucking have to say romance or no chance, even though there's nothing to do. Is he gonna fuck the grandpa or what?
He's gonna get balls deep in grandpa. Look, you can go to any nursing home and hang out with a grandpa. They don't even know who the fuck you are. They're just desperate for people to come and say hello. It's not even a hard challenge.
Wow. I thought you liked to eat a human heart, not play with it.
I like to seduce an old grandpa. I'm like, where you seduce like a rich grandpa for his money, except these are all old, decrepit grandpas in nursing homes. Like, and then I trick him into falling in love with me. By tomorrow morning, very specific. Bring a lawyer so we can change your will tomorrow morning. And,
what a trick!
Go from there.
Gotcha.
All right, Chad. Grandpa?
Yeah, I think this kind of person has already pulled a pumpkin from the ground, pulled an egg out of a chicken, and eaten a tree, and he needs to complete it with a human heart. Grandpa's skin is the most malleable, the easiest to like. Temple of Jones, pull it straight out. Temple of Jones. Temple of Doom.
Oh, Temple of Jones.
Oh, like, who's the Temple of Jones?
You know that old movie, Indiana Doom and the Temple of Jones.
It had Dr. Doom in it.
No chance.
Yeah, he figures grandpas are closest to. They've lived the longest life. They don't need that heart anymore.
No.
All
He's
right.
probably going to be
Number
dead
4.
the morning after tomorrow, so.
I picked this one because it kind of themes with our show. The title is "Need White Candy Bar."
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking. I'm a guy looking to indulge in a white guy's candy bar.
Wait,
Hold
a
on.
white guy's candy bar?
That's not it.
Wait, that's odd phrasing.
I enjoy. He's talking about
Yeah.
candy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I enjoy all kinds, but I enjoy the really thick ones, even though I sometimes struggle with them. He's talking about Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch. Now here's the kicker. I need a guy or a dad that's willing to let me taste his.
No,
Are those mutually exclusive?
no grandpas allowed. Only dads.
Yeah. Novak, do I not really like? Is the third snack on this episode going to be a white dude's cock? I have no idea.
He's talking about candy. You sick fuck.
Oh,
What's your problem?
They just want a 0 bar.
Well, this is only number 4 or 7. So, Geiger, what do you think? Romance?
Romance.
Okay, Chad, romance?
I mean,
Ponders it.
what kind of candy bar are we talking here? Because, there are certain candy bars that I could, get behind.
White!
Okay.
Well, what's
I didn't like the 0
The
bar.
reason why
no
I think
chance.
he has a better chance.
No one likes white chocolate. It's not good.
He has a better chance because he's not looking for a thick one. That opens up his range to almost any size. It could be a fun sized white chocolate bar.
Mhm.
A lot of those floating around out there. And
So many.
so he doesn't have to struggle with it. There's no struggle.
All right, this is the no innuendo in here. So this one's called Time Machine. Here I am again. And again, I've made none of this up. This is just completely cut and paste. Here I am again. This is the second post and the second time I've come back to post this. Looking for a partner to travel time with. It's totally safe and works great. If you're interested, hit me up with a reason that you should be the one to go. Limited time here, so act now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the chance? Do you think traveling time, Chad, is going to lead to love?
Ooh, boy. Well, I guess it depends on if you're going, right? Are they trying to go back into the past so that they can, I don't know, get eaten by a fucking dinosaur or something? Like what? Which way are we going, right?
Yes, that is the
Okay.
goal. I forgot to read that part.
That's why
No chance if we're going back in time. Romance if we're going forward in time. Because the future's going to be great.
I want to see if dinosaurs like white candy bars. We are going back to this prehistoric age.
There's some T-Rex. I'm struggling.
Do you think T-Rex, because T-Rex has those little arms, right? That just kind of hang there.
Uh-huh.
What about the T-Rex dick, right? Is it little? Does it just kind of hang there? Or do they have a monster hog? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know. That was never part of when I went to see Sue at the museum. There
I
was
know.
never
Never recreated it.
Yeah.
Remember watching Jurassic Park and I'm just staring up at the screen trying to see up the skirts of the raptors.
Where's the cloaca? Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah, about what? About T-Rex's dick?
Yeah. That's
Probably,
what he's asking
probably
about.
big. Probably big.
About time traveling to the past to have a dinosaur suck you off. What do you think?
The old Suckosaurus.
Too much teeth, T-Rex.
I'm struggling. I don't.
Why does it keep saying that?
I don't know why he talks anyway. I mean,
He learned 2 English words.
I could care less that this guy is struggling. So I think. No, does he spell the word time machine Tyme? Like, does he just want to go get cash out and he's low on money? Is that maybe what this is? So no, I don't. Look. It would be lovely to be able to say we can go forwards and back in time. That would be a great breakthrough. I would think there's a better way to gain notoriety for that than Craigslist. But I could be wrong.
If we ever make that breakthrough, it's for sure gonna come from Scientist Wario. Time machine! Wah!
All right, 2 to go. The best is yet to come here. So this, I can't believe this would not lead to romance. So it's called She Sees the Show. You walked past my truck and noticed I was polishing some nice wood. At first, you pretended you weren't watching, but then began to flirt a little. Said you liked my size and stamina. You giggled and ran off as I finished. Would love to give you, or any other lady, a repeat performance. Please put quotes, nice wood in the subject line to weed out the fakes.
What an airtight plan. No one could possibly fake their way into that. There's not at all going to be an undercover police officer going to be able to say nice wood.
He wrote nice wood. He's clearly, this guy's legit.
Oh, this guy. This is why he wants to see me jerk off. He wrote nice wood. That's how I know.
I think this guy's super generous. He was like, it could be you or anyone else. I'm opening up this offer to anybody. Yeah. You know, it's really kind of him.
There are so many posts on here. Like literally every third post is about either polishing wood or clearing out clogged pipes. Like that is every other post on there.
So like a woodsman from the store. Maybe that was the woodsman he was talking about in the first post.
But this guy did.
Or a plumber.
The woman did apparently watch him, right? And then laughed.
Yes.
And ran off as he finished. And he took that laughing and running off as a good sign, which as a guy, I generally would not take as a positive sign.
Yeah, that laugh tells me she thinks it's a fun-sized candy bar.
So, Chad, what do you think? Romance here?
No. I don't think there's a chance that this woman wants to come back and watch him blow ropes all over his truck again.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be creative to be romantic. I give him that, but I don't know that his particular scenario of beating his hog in front of unsuspecting women is probably the most romantic route he could take.
What do you think about his idea of weeding out the fakes, though?
That's clever. That's just clever.
You can't argue with that.
Like cybersecurity, is impenetrable defense he's set up there.
Nice wood.
I hope the last one is about a guy trying to leash a woman or something like that.
Okay, the last one, it's fairly long, but it's in the title. You have to remember the title. It's called So Nonchalant About It. So I want you to pick out the things that happened in this scenario, all of them that were nonchalant. Okay? You jogged past me in Prospect Park, slowing down to a stop. I was sitting on the bench just watching the day go by. Your jogging pants were tight on. I couldn't but notice your manliness and physique. I was embarrassed to be watching as you stopped and turned and cooled down in front of me. You noticed me, a lesser, watching you. You corrected your track bottoms and adjusted your manliness. Here we go. You looked straight at me. I was turned around for a brief moment, embarrassed. I looked back and you stroked yourself. It grew. You smiled and called you smiled and called me a name. I was weak, fascinated. I wanted to see more. You called me a name. You jogged on and I watched you. So
what
so
was
nonchalant.
Leaving me hanging.
So nonchalant.
Hey, Sam.
This dude was so nonchalant about just stroking off right in front of somebody on the park bench.
This is what's frustrating about dating and stuff, because I'm not great at reading signs, right? It's like people are just so coy about it when they just walk up and like casually whip out their dong and start pounding their meat. I don't know if they're into me or not.
I can never tell when somebody just throws ropes all over my face. Do they want it or not? I don't know.
Stop being so nonchalant.
When someone risks incarceration to show me their growing wood, I don't know. It could be a fake.
Just screams, just calls you a motherfucker, and then runs away.
Yeah, that's the name he called him. Shitty fucking pervert, quit looking at my dick. Ran away. Maybe chased him the length of the park. Like, if he jogged after him, why couldn't he just get his phone number at the end of the jog?
No, it was you jogged down and I watched you.
Oh. He's so fucking lazy.
Let me
he can't
replay.
get up?
A man was on the park bench.
Yeah.
Somebody jogged up,
Yep.
stopped
Right.
2 feet in front of them.
Yep.
Right, started to cool down.
Yep.
They were stretching.
Mm-hmm.
The person on the bench looks away.
Okay.
They look
Yes.
back and they're
Yes.
jerking off.
Wow.
Nonchalant. Very nonchalant.
Right. They call them a name. They
Mhm.
shout him. They call him. They want to see more, but
Tony.
they called them another name,
Wario.
and then ran away. Let's get this out of the way, Geiger. How romantic is this?
You know, it's kind of romantic. I mean, he singled him out. He could have stopped in front of everyone in that park and nonchalantly half stroked himself a half chub, and then screamed a name at him and ran away like a pervert. Maybe he did do that to everyone in the park. Maybe he had a throng of people chasing him throughout the park, and he had to quickly, nonchalantly keep stroking it. So, but I think he probably followed by throngs of teeming horny people. I would say that's kind of romantic. He like, of all the people in the park, he really wanted that person to watch him grow.
The best part is how they just
As a person,
they
as a
look
person.
away. They look away for a brief moment. So this guy waited for the exact moment for someone to look away, and as soon as they turned their head, he went at it.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
I would have loved to walk up as the guy's just like stroking it, waiting for the guy to turn around, and you just come upon that scene like, oh god. Chad, how about you?
I think there's a pretty good chance of romance here, and that chance is
Yeah.
did they get the person's name right? If he just yelled out a name and guessed correctly, then I think they could actually meet up again. So that's the chance.
It's just so damn nonchalant is the frustrating part.
It really is a smooth operator right there.
Yeah.
We could all take
If he had
lessons.
just been more direct about what he wanted.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to guess.
Yeah, it's like whenever you're in a relationship, it's like, why won't they just tell me what they want? And this guy's the perfect example of that.
All right, we've made this officially an episode we can't recommend to half the people we know, so let's move on to our final snack.
We could recommend it when we were talking about ripping out chickens' cloacas, but now we can't.
Yeah, we ruined it now. Or when I went on a 15-minute long tangent about the lack of cloaca food preparation.
Or when we spent
We
5
ruined it a
straight
long time
minutes
ago.
just going, big beautiful Bunsen burners, wow!
We get it, our podcast sucks, okay?
Last snack is by the ABK company. Who Said Muuu? That's MUUU ? And who said moo?
Who
There
did?
is a cow.
That cow, very funny looking.
It's a good looking cow.
I like that cow a lot.
We can't read.
You sold me beer. You said moo.
We can't read what is in this.
It's an interesting shape for a bar because it is thin with like 4 little domes on it, almost Toblerone-like a little bit, or maybe not.
Oh wow!
I don't know. The bottom is dark chocolate colored, and then the top is sort of like a lighter color. I really have no idea what to expect, but it says bar with milk taste.
I don't know if it has a milk taste, but it's like it's got like a wafer and it's got cream inside.
Mm-hmm. So crispy wafer on the bottom, and then these top little mounds are cream.
The mounds are almost shaped like giant versions of like a caramello, where they have those like segments.
Yeah, but it is a very different it is that kind of general wafer cookie texture, and the cream on top does have a hard coating to it. I guess that wafer is also the top part, and then there's a little bit of chocolate across the bottom. It is unlike anything I've had before. I will say that.
A very unique flavor. Yeah. Interesting combination.
I'm going to go first. I am very, very pleasantly surprised by this. I think it's delicious. This is right up my alley. I love the wafer, and I think the cream is very, very tasty. I was not expecting this at all. When I look, even just to look at it, it did not look good.
Right.
But I'm going to give this a love dat. Really,
Wow.
really like it.
Wow.
So a very hot start for it. And it's just got to beat the Viva chips, which, as a reminder, had a like and 2 indifference. So Geiger, what do you think?
It is very good. I think the only thing that would slightly downgrade it for me is I felt like there was a little too much of the cream inside. It just kind of overpowered it a little bit, but the wafer is really good. It's the right amount of wafer. It gives it a good crunch. The chocolate's high. I think the chocolate is good. It's a good chocolate. I do like the cream. I didn't have to eat all 4 of them. I will go with Novak and love that. I wish the cream was a little.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
I wish the cream was a little lessened, but that's a nitpick. It is very tasty.
Let's go. Here it is.
I don't think we're gonna get it.
Man, this could come out of nowhere. This is shocking.
I can't believe it.
Chad.
Well,
not good.
Here's what I'll say. Like Novak, I had extremely low expectations for this bar. Like Novak, it looks like shit. It doesn't look like it would be good. And like Geiger said, I think there could be some tweaks to the wafer there to make this a little better. But overall, Who Said Muuu? That basket of puppies said moo. This is getting a love dat! This star's amazing! It's so good! It's so good!
It is so good.
It's so good! I can't believe it! Never would have guessed that.
Wow.
Me neither. Wow.
Out of nowhere.
Man. So who
Incredible.
wins then?
I
That
can't
is a
believe it.
shock.
Yeah.
That is a total shock.
I never would have thought any of these would get even a like that.
Great job, Geiger.
Well, thanks.
Wow. I wish we had recorded a better episode.
Are we just redeeming the content? We needed a stinger. Come for the ratings for once.
Fast forward through all that talk about ripping out hearts and shit. Just listen to us praise this one weird bar you can never find in a store.
Yeah, we definitely are recommending our highest possible recommendation and only second ever basket of puppies. And it's not going to be long before we're going to be hearing from this thing again, because it's just one short month away from the Mount Rushmore of the year, Mount Snackmore for 2020. So it's going to be interesting. It's got in right under the wire here.
Yep, 1 month away. It is December right now.
That is right.
It is December. So cold.
Geiger, where can the listeners contact us?
You can reach us on Craigslist. You can either do so in the future or in the past, depending on whether you've been able to hook up with that time machine guy. If you are a grandpa, I am looking to play with a grandpa. It doesn't need to be tomorrow morning. I've got a more flexible timeline for my grandpa activities.
How soon do you need him?
Give me like a week and a half. I got to prepare.
I get you, Grandpa.
Okay, thanks, man. Just
get
make
you,
sure
Grandpa, by Thursday.
when he gets here, the password is nice wood. So that's fine. I'll know it's not.
You know, it's not a fake grandpa. It's not actually a grandma.
Rip off this guy's makeup is a young guy underneath.
That's a fake. You just have a regular son.
You said nice wood.
That was foolproof.
If you know a lot about biology and want to correct us on all our horrible cloaca assumptions, if you have a good cloaca recipe, I'd love to understand what it is, or even the conceptual way you put it together.
If you've got a white chocolate bar, or wait, what was it? A white candy bar. Send us a pic.
Yeah. Send us a pic. Not too big. Just nonchalantly drop us a pic of you holding your white chocolate bar suggestively toward the camera. Yes, we would love to hear from you. We're gonna. At youtrydat@gmail.com. Hashtag You Tried Dat on Twitter. We have a Facebook group, You Tried Dat. We're on YouTube. We are on SoundCloud and everywhere else Spotify, everywhere else you find your podcasts. We're on Instagram. And we'd love to hear from you. Please let us know any snacks you'd like us to try. Please let us know your opinions of any of the snacks that we've had, and if you have different takes, or if you just want to leave a review, tell your friends, we'd be okay with that too. So thank you for listening, and enjoy this current month of December.
That's right, December. Speaking of December,
Mm-hmm.
where do you guys stand on Christmas music? What do you think? I'm sure you listened to it a lot growing up, but what is your... Some people love to hear it as soon as it comes around, listen to it for 2 months straight.
Yep.
Before I get your take, I'll say there's a handful of songs I like for sure, but I don't want to hear. I've been hearing the same songs for 40 years, and I do not look forward to hearing it.
Yeah, I used to be in that camp where I basically hated all Christmas music. Now I like some of it. Maybe a quarter of Christmas songs I think are good. It is the same songs. Like, it is weird that we don't have, like, throw in the Ariana Grande Christmas album into the rotation or something like that, right? Like, let's mix it up. But
it's too long, is what it is. It's like if it was 2 straight weeks, like 2 weeks, that would be fine.
Yeah. I'm okay if I have like 2 radio stations that both play Christmas music, which is what we used to have in San Francisco. And then as soon as like a bad Christmas song comes on one, I can switch to the other. There's probably a decent one playing there. But now there's only one. Like, one of them stopped doing it. So my life is fucked, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Geiger?
Yeah, I think you guys touched on it. I like Christmas music fine. I don't like hearing it for 2 months. If it was just like around Christmas time, I'd be fine with that. I like enough of the songs. I do think, now that we're talking about it, it is kind of strange to me that like no one's come up with any original Christmas content. Like, they keep putting out Christmas albums, but it's just different artists singing the same fucking song. Like, why do I need to buy an album of Dolly Parton singing Silver Bells and then another album of like Wu-Tang Clan rapping, fucking, I don't know,
Silver Bells?
Good King Wenceslas or something. Like, it's the same shit. Like, come up with a new song.
I would love to listen to Wu-Tang rapping Good King Wenceslas. Sounds amazing.
Good King Wenceslas. Good King Wenceslas is your go-to reference for Christmas songs.
Don't you guys constantly just turn on the radio and it's like, on the feast of Stephen? You're like, oh, this song again. Just switch it. What is your favorite Christmas song? Do you have one?
I like of more well-known ones. I like We Three Kings. I think I like the tune of it.
I like that song a lot too.
That song sucks. I like I like Sleigh Ride. You know that one? Just those sleigh bells. That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Last Christmas. That one's alright.
I actually do like Run Run Rudolph because it's Chuck Berry. Like, it's actually, I think it sounds good.
I do like that. What is that one? Like, dun, 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 dun,
Carol of the Bells, I think it is.
Yeah, but there's no words, but and then I like that song. I like We Three Kings. I don't mind a Deck the Halls a little bit for something a little more upbeat.
The Mariah Carey one's all right.
Yeah.
You know that one?
As a kid, I used to think Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was hysterical. I don't anymore, but
no, it's not.
No, it turns out it's not that funny.
No, it's Grandpa or GTFO.
Grandpa got run over by a reindeer. I need another one by tomorrow morning. The whole rest of the family is going to blame me.
The worst part, for me, one of the worst parts about Christmas is it's Christmas morning. You wake up in the middle of the night and you see Santa by the tree. He stares at you, and then you like turn away because you look embarrassed, and you turn back and he's beaten off, and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, I thought I was being nonchalant.
And then you say,
nonchalant Santa.
You say, prove you're not a fake, and he can't, takes off. It's actually just your dad jerking off. He didn't know the password of nice wood.
I heard you wanted a white chocolate bar for Christmas. Oh. He's got his big old Santa hog.
Then you try to go back to bed, and he's knocking on your door, being like, nice wood, nice wood.
Nice wood, hey, nice wood. Hey, you sold me beer. Nice wood.
I'm
not a fake.
Come watch me blast ropes of snow all over my car.
Did you just learn the term blast ropes last week? Or this is like a chicks blast ropes joke.
It's fun.
I've liked you ever since you were walking behind me that one time.
Oh, that was all the reindeer. My fault. My fault.
Come eat Rudolph's cloaca.
Right, we've officially done every joke from the episode.
Eat a tree. Kids on leashes.
Here, have my heart.
We're gonna be back next week with
December.
More snacks for more December. It'll be December still, and more snacks from around the globe. We'll be back next time. We'll be trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Jesus.
Yep.
Okay, if somebody is nonchalant, they are cool, calm, casual, not stressed. He nonchalantly walked through the fire. So he wasn't at all worried by it. He was relaxed and cool and calm.